Hello to all three of my watchers. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. To be honest, I'm not doing so great. Um, I have not been sober at all. I'm actually under the influence right now, and I've pretty much been on a different drug or doing like some different addictive thing pretty much every day for a couple weeks now. Um, I'm not really sure. Well, I think the trigger for it was the holidays. The holidays are really depressing for me because I just have so many bad memories from them, and the fact that I don't really have much of a family kind of gets me down. Um, but that shouldn't be an excuse. I'm just using it as an excuse, really. Um, I guess the loneliness is like the biggest factor. Um, and I think it's been like kind of a theme where loneliness um, has caused me to stay on drugs because I I feel like I'm just uncomfortable with any kind of relationship, even like a healthy relationship. I'm not talking about like romance, I'm talking about friendships. Um, and all of the like situations or like friendships that I've made over the past couple months, um, I just felt really disappointed with all of them because, to be honest, most of them are like friends with benefits, and I don't know why. Like, I mean, I don't want to say I don't know why because it makes me come across like I'm really stupid, but I am high, so I'm I'm kind of stupid right now anyway. My thinking is not as good as usual, but anyway, I've been pretty disappointed with the like friends with benefits type situations that I've been in. Um, so I do have like normal friends, but we don't talk as much as I do with my other friends. So anyway, I have two friends with benefits. So one is the guy that I talked about in my last video who I think is narcissistic. I still think that. Actually, he acts even more narcissistic now than he did before. But anyway, there's him, and then there's another guy who I actually get along with pretty well, and I do like him. I had a pretty big crush on him for a while, but then I realized that it would not work out. Um, but we still hang out and everything. Um, and I guess a big thing that is disappointing with him is that um, whenever we're together, we basically act like we're a couple, um, which is not by design. Like, I didn't want that. I don't want to do that. Well, I'm not saying I don't want to do it, but it wasn't my intention. Because basically what happens is, like, obviously we hook up, and afterwards, like, we'll usually go eat somewhere or something, and, like, he pays for me a lot, and, um, like, we're just really affectionate towards each other and really intimate. Like, actually, it was kind of disturbing in a way because he, um, so we met up a couple days ago and we got to talking, and he ended up like talking a lot about his childhood, and then he basically cried in front of me. It wasn't like he was bawling, but I saw his eyes get red and like his voice changed. And in my head, I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're not a couple. Like, we're not these, like, super, we're not like this super intimate, um, couple or like this super intimate friendship or something. Like, we didn't meet that long ago. We met maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. Um, and he's like crying in front of me. And I think it made me feel like threatened or something. Um, because I don't know, like, really, I should probably think of it as like, I don't know, flattering that he feels so like comfortable around me to do that. But I think what it might be is that I don't feel like I can do that with him because he's autistic and I think he's a lot more obvious than I am. Like, I think the majority of people would not think that I'm autistic unless they have really extensive knowledge of it. But this guy, like, it's pretty obvious just because he talks really loud. Like, he is really awkward. He acts kind of unaware of a lot. He's really intelligent. He's actually much more intelligent than me, but it's really obvious that he's on the spectrum. And I feel like for that reason, like, he doesn't have as much capacity to be empathic towards me or to like express his empathy towards me, and so it makes that part of our relationship feel sort of one-sided. Um, and I feel like this happens all the time. Like, people, either what happens is people are fake and they create fake intimacy with me, which I feel like I'm pretty good at detecting, or they will genuinely like pour their hearts out towards me, but I don't, for whatever reason, I don't feel like I can do the same with them. So, and again, like makes the relationship one-sided. So, really, maybe this is much more about me than it is about them. Um, I mean, I do say like intimate things to them, I guess. It's just, I say the types of things I say to them are the types of things that I say like on here. So I don't feel like it's that intimate. I wouldn't say it to like a coworker or just some random person, but I'm not like it's nothing that I'm particularly insecure about or like that's really close to my heart. Like this stuff is just sort of stuff that I'm working on or whatever. Um so anyway, um the relationship just feels very one-sided, and I think maybe it feels kind of unfair. And if I try to talk to him, he'll be sort of like, what? Like, I don't understand. And it's kind of hard to explain to him. So, and then like with the narcissist guy, like obviously, like he's not gonna care. He'll just like stop talking to me. Which he messaged me a couple days ago, and I just didn't even respond because I need to like he needs to be like on the outer edge of like friends I have. Like I can't become close to someone like that. It's not good to be close with someone like that. Um so that's the story with him. But I don't know. We just like even like when we do meet up, me and the other guy, the non-narcissist guy, I feel like the things that we do are sort of like it's just this like mind numbing process or like emotion numbing process. Like we're there to numb our emotions mutually, which I guess that doesn't really make sense because he's like pouring his emotions out to me, but I guess what I mean is like I'll go there and then we'll hook up, like we'll have sex, and then we'll be having sex for like 3 hours because he lasts a really long time, and so do I. And then like we'll get done with that, and then we'll like go eat something or like go out in the city or something, and then we'll go back to his place and have sex again for like a couple more hours, and then I'll go home. So I guess I just like, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the point. Like we're like friends with benefits. I mean, I don't know. Like if I could like choose or pick a way to make the relationship with him different, I'm not really sure what I would change. I genuinely don't want to date him. Um, it just wouldn't work. But um, I don't want to like not sleep with him because that I guess that would be boring. Like we don't have that much in common. Um, well, other than like being on the spectrum and like some of the deep stuff, I think we can relate on. Which that's another thing. I think that like some of the stuff he says, I think it hits so close to home that it like offends me or it bothers me. Like it makes me insecure. Like he always talks about when he was younger how lonely he was. And I hesitate to even admit to being lonely because I I act like an asshole to people. I really do. I'm realizing that lately. I don't act like an asshole like, you know, um, overtly. It's not like I'm saying mean things to them and stuff like that, but what I'll do is like if I feel like someone's getting too close to me, or if I feel like they're like trying to kind of take advantage of me and my time, I'll just like stop responding to their messages for a week or something like that. Um, and like anyone who messages me, even if I'm really interested in them, I will like I'll try to forget that they messaged me. Like I'll swipe away the notification on my phone, and then sometimes I legitimately forget that they messaged me. Um, and like I won't respond for a couple, like even a day or longer, which signals to them that I'm not interested. But that's what I want. Like I don't want to seem pathetic. Like for some reason, I feel like I'm gonna seem pathetic if I act like I'm interested in someone. Um, and I don't know where I learned that from. Maybe in school. Maybe because there were so many situations in school where people would pretend to be each other's friend, and I wasn't really very popular most of the time. I never had a lot of friends. I never really felt connected to the friends I did have. I kind of felt like I was pretending to be friends with the people who were supposedly my friends. But I know that people used to pretend to be friends with people. And back then, when I was younger, I wasn't so great at identifying who was real and who was fake. And so I created these sort of rigid rules for like how I would know if someone liked me. And it was very rigid. It was basically like if they seem like they have something wrong with them, that means they might genuinely like me because I couldn't understand anyone like normal or healthy wanting anything to do with me. And so I think I've taken that um, with me really fully or almost fully. Like now I'm starting to recognize that I might have some qualities that people would like and that would cause them to like being around me. But um, I don't, I still don't really believe it fully, I guess. Um, so, like, people who I date or sleep with, or even the friends that I do have, um, I pick people who seem really mentally messed up, or at least seem like worse than me in some ways. Um, I know, like, that autistic guy that I dated. Yeah, so, like, we did start, like, we kind of dated for, like, a little while, and then it turned into, like, friends with benefits. But anyway, he, the first time I met him or even heard much from him was, like, he was basically spouting this, like, incel shit. Like, he was saying, like, oh, I don't understand why, um, I don't get that many responses on dating apps. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. Um, there clearly is stuff wrong with you. And it's not just his disability either. Like, someone can have a disability, someone can have autism and be very, like, aware, like, self aware, and be very, good with people. Like, you have to kind of learn it through a more cognitive process rather than the instinctual process that a lot of people can do, but it can still be done. Like, he just came across to me like he felt it was the sort of, like, a victim mentality or being entitled. Um, so, like, I knew that this was not the type of person that um would have, like, the same ideals as me. But why am I talking about ideals when I'm sitting here high off my ass and I've gotten, like, drunk and gotten high on different things, and I've been binge eating like hell, like, and I've been having all this casual sex. Like, it's like a complete fucking train wreck. Like, I don't even, I have, like, no identity, no hobbies. My hobbies are basically just, like, destroying myself in different ways. Um, so it's like, I'm, that's why. It's like, I think I'm just a piece of crap. Why would anyone like me? Like, I don't, I don't have, you know, I'm a loser. Like, yes, I fulfilled my goals from when I was a kid. I got out of poverty. I mean, I still live in a kind of a craphole, though. But I'm saving a ton of money so that I can buy a house and have my life together in that kind of way. Um, so it's like there's one aspect of my life that is alright and is better than most people, but really, like, I'm not very happy anymore. I was for a couple of years, I think, but I'm not really very happy. I don't have good friends. It seems like people just don't like me. People at work make fun of me a little bit because they think I'm stuck up, but I just don't have much in common with them, and I don't, like, feel like I could connect with them. They're pretty much all, like, 20 years older than me. But then, like, pretty much everyone I sleep with is, like 5 to 30 years older than me, so it's like, that's not that much of an excuse either. I think I'm just using it as an excuse to kind of stay on the outside and not talk to them because I'm afraid that people are fake and they don't like me. And I think for someone to pretend to like me and for me to get emotionally invested in them is terrifying. I would feel like such a stupid loser if that happened to me and I found out. But it's like, why? I mean, that says more about them than it says about me. right? But maybe it says about me that I'm stupid for not seeing the signs that any other person probably would have seen. So it's like stemming from shame, from really like having autism. Like sometimes I wonder if it would have been better if I never got diagnosed, because then I would have, you know, tried really hard to get better at like connecting with people. But I don't think this has anything to do with autism. Like, yes, there's a difficulty with social situations, but by this point, like, I'm a lot better. Like, I could socialize with people if I wanted to, but I just like I think it's a trauma based thing with me. Like, the things I just said, I don't want to like seem pathetic. So I think that maybe that that could be where I focus my efforts next. Um, like trying to actually learn how to be a friend or to be like supportive or something, because I don't know how. Um, I've always been fake. I've always been like a fake friend, and I don't know how to be a real friend to someone, especially when I am afraid of even connecting in the slightest with someone who's not like really unhealthy already. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. Um, for some positive news, I went to the doctor, and I've shared on this channel before that I have lost a lot of weight over the past couple of years. Like I've lost over 100 pounds, and so I went to the doctor, and the doctor was really happy with my progress, even though I'm undoing some of it lately because I've been binging and doing drugs. But my doctor was really happy with my progress, and um, I think I want to get on weight loss medication. Like I think I'm ready for something like that, because I was I was hesitant about it before. Um, why I was hesitant, I'm not really sure, but I know one thing is I don't think I was ready to give up my addiction to food, because I hadn't really. And now, I don't know, this is probably pretty bad. Like, I hadn't started doing other things yet. Um, at least when it first started. Um, did drugs, like, once I got into university, after community college, that's when I started doing drugs. And, I think I wasn't ready to give up the food addiction because I thought that I would have fully turned to the drug addiction and that it would have ended up much worse. But at this point, I'm just like, I don't know, I think I just don't care anymore. Um, I don't think that I will become like a full on drug addict, but I mean, who knows? But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that I am gonna, like, since I won't be able to eat as much, I'll be in a better physical state most of the time, and so I'll want to exercise more. I'll want to eat healthier food, so that I'm full. So, um, my doctor referred me to this weight management clinic because she can't prescribe the medication directly, allegedly. So, in March, I'm going to be going to this clinic, and I really hope that they can give me some medication. I know semaglutide, like Ozempic and Wegovy, they're really effective. I mean, to the point that they've been all over the news, all over like TikTok and YouTube and all that. Not that I won't look at TikTok, I don't, but I've heard that it's been all over there. And so that, maybe that could give me some hope to finally be acceptable to society in that way, because I think if I lost weight, it'd probably be fairly good looking, and I'm very ugly for a person in his 20s, because of my weight, which sucks. So, I know I was attractive for about a year when I was a junior in high school, and it was night and day. I was treated so much differently. I had a way different friend group too, and the friends that I had just treated me so much better. So, I think I'd be able to fulfill a lot of my goals much more easily if I were thin, and then I wouldn't have to worry about my health so much either. Even if I did do drugs, like, it wouldn't be as bad because I wouldn't have to do as much to get drunk or high because I would be a smaller person. So, it makes sense all around. Um, so, that's my plan. I really hope that March does well. Um, Only other thing, cryptocurrency has gone up, and a particular crypto that I held, or that I hold, has gone up like 3 or 4 times the amount that it was, so that's good. That makes me feel kind of hopeful for the future too, because I kind of forgot about crypto. There's usually like a bull run cycle every 4 years, and 2024 into 2025 is going to be likely the next cycle, and this rally, which I think is like a bear market rally, I think it's going to go back down. I think actually we have not seen the lowest lows of crypto yet. I think that, and a lot of like more, I don't know if I'll call them experts, but some veterans uh, to crypto, and also people who just know economics, they also think that the lowest lows are yet to come. But after the lowest lows, there will probably be a bull run, and things will 5x, 10x, 50x, whatever. And if I play my cards right, I'll have a lot more money. Maybe I can buy a house. Maybe I can get a new car, um, and progress in my life in that way. So that would definitely make me feel way better. Like, buying a house would make me euphoric for probably a couple years. I'd feel really good. Just like after I graduated college, I felt really good for about 2 years. Um, so I guess I'll end it here. Um, Thanks to anyone who watched this whole thing, as always. I'm not sure how many of you are out there, but I do appreciate it. Again, I don't want to I don't want to come across like I'm blaming my poor choices on my circumstances or anything like that. Um, I just make stupid choices, and no, I mean, the stupid choice. I'll just tell you, the stupid choices I make now are way less stupid than the stupid choices I used to make, because I used to be a fucking train wreck. Seriously. Um, and I still am, but I can at least kind of function now. Um, so, um, Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought now. Too high, I guess. Sound like a fucking moron. Sound like a 15-year-old or something. Bragging about how high I am. I'm not trying to brag. Um, yeah, let's brag about how I'm destroying my brain. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.